Hey there, been a while since I jumped on here and did a reading for y'all, and thought that, I'm not reading publicly as much here, as you know. Just read for friends or myself, but, we're in weird times. So I thought maybe I'll just pull up a reading for the full moon and for, this crazy Mercury retrograde that's kind of happening at the same time, all kinds of other things that are happening at the same time. I'm sure if you're following, for those of you who follow astrology, you know that we're in weird times, but if you follow the world, we are as well. So anyway, I'm going to do the signs, and let's begin with Aries and see what you need to know. Brief readings during this strawberry full moon and Mercury retrograde period. This will be over the next 3 weeks. Aries. What does Aries need to know? Aries folks. Aries folks. You have the moon and the chariot. The moon and strength. So for many of you Aries out there, that would be sun, moon, and rising. Something's going to be hidden to you during this period that may cause you to need some bravery, some courage. So it would be on the lookout for something that may not be coming to light right now. If you have any inklings in your life, trust your intuition. But there could be some forces in your life that are calling you to bring your strength, your intuition, your wisdom, and you may only be getting the tip of the iceberg right now. And there could be, like, the iceberg metaphor where there's things above the surface and there's much more below the surface. I would say that applies to you, Aries. So all Aries signs, just be aware of that. So let's see what is going on for Taurus. Sun, moon, and rising during this time. Okay, so Taurus during this time, sun, moon, and rising. I think what's happening is some societal push and influence and standards around your world and what people say you should do, or external voices, whether it's family, friends, business, standards that you've held yourself to this point are going to be accentuated because you might be getting noise externally during this period. Again, this is another watch your intuition. I think we're just in a period where everybody should be tapping their intuition. But if you're working on something that you think might go against the grain, Taurus, or, that you just don't want the outside noise to interfere with right now, it's saying to kind of keep it close to your chest with the High Priestess. Keep it close to the chest for now. It does not need to be called out to bear for public scrutiny, is what I'm getting for you, Taurus. Oh, no, it's not judgment. Okay, reverse. So Taurus has the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. I don't know why I thought judgment. So, I mean the Hierophant. I thought it was the Hierophant. It's the Hanged Man. So Taurus, for you, things might be moving slower. This is not a time to panic about that. Things are moving slower for a reason for you. And actually, the less you rush things and the more you slowly kind of dial in, you'll have the greatest creative period over the next 3 weeks. So slowly dial in, observe what's around you. There's actually some creative insights coming. And this is kind of an incubation period for you while you wait for things to speed up. It's an incubation period in which you can, keep things, again, close to your chest and tap your intuition over it, okay? So sorry for the H confusion there, Hierophant and the Hanged Man. That was Taurus. Let's see. A little shuffle in there. How about Gemini? My Gemini sun, moon, rising. What do you need to know during the next 3 weeks? While Gemini is going to have some decisions they're making, they feel a little bit put upon with a lot of the things they're weighing up and deciding. And they need to take this period to really kind of soak in their choices and wrestle with them a little bit. And then ultimately use logic over emotion. Kind of weigh your pros and cons, Gemini. Think about what, most realistically and pragmatically matters to your life when you're dealing with any particular decision. This could be work, relationship, doesn't matter what kind of decision. You're going to be in a bit of a juggling mode. It could also be that for some Geminis, you're in a very busy period, juggling too much perhaps. In those cases, you need to kind of cut the wheat from the chaff with your logical, incisive, paring down skills as the King of Swords. But this is a period where you may be weighing up a decision for the rest of you, and you'll need to exercise your logic and your leadership to really get to the core of what you need to decide. It'll come to you. The King of Swords always does make those decisions. He's very successful in that area. He's not going to be overwhelmed by his emotions. So I don't see that happening to you, Gemini. I do see that the more you stay to not move out too quickly out of what you're wrestling with, just sit in it for a little bit, not try to push through it inordinately, you'll get to the proper decisions. You'll be weighing heavier on your logic in the decision than your emotions. Okay, so that's Gemini. Good luck with that. So Gemini, what comes after Gemini? Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancers. This is actually a really big time for Cancer. Cancer is really kind of, I don't know if the word is urgently, but they're definitely rerouting a lot of their identity and their life right now, many Cancers. 7 of Swords and 10 of Cups. So I see the 7 of Swords in this case as strategy. So for many Cancers, you will be strategizing how to make the most of your life. You're going through a phase where you need to take what matters, leave the rest. Again, I mean, it's so interesting. The moon is shining really bright. In like all these cards, there is a moon element, and I feel that's under the cloak of night or under the cloak of darkness. 7 of Swords is always kind of exiting with the swords, and I don't feel like this is stealth. I don't feel like this is getting away with something. I feel that it's strategy for this reading, and you are taking what matters and leaving the rest, and it's for the purpose of just greater fulfillment. Personal gain and fulfillment, but in a good way. What you're thinking about is yourself, your family, your society, your community. So for many Cancers, you're going to be kind of moving or traveling or moving into a new chapter where you're going to incisively focus on what matters most and kind of moving out of the past on what does not. And at the same time, building a happy, more fulfilling day to day. So that's really encouraging, Cancer. That's actually very positive. It's just kind of saying, make sure you're being strategic about that and don't feel overwhelmed with carrying everything from your past into your future. Leos. What's up for Leos over the next 3 weeks? Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'll timestamp this if I get to it. I can't promise that I will, but we'll see. Leos. Okay, wow, Leo's got the High Priestess as well, but they also got the Ace of Swords. It's a powerful combination. So Leos are going, I feel like this is a glow up period for Leos. They're just kind of marinating in it first, and then they're going to push forward with new creative ideas coming soon. Excuse me, I have a feeling that'll be toward the end because nobody really launches major big things during a retrograde anyway, advisedly. So I would say whatever you're percolating on, whatever you're thinking about, just kind of, journal, work on your creativity, your dreams, your notes, your plans. That's all really good. And then you can winnow it down and pick your 1, 2, 3, or one even idea, probably singular. Ace of Swords. So if you think about it, look at the image. I mean, she's got a lot in her knowledge and her intuition and her wisdom, and it's kind of enclosed right now. And they have the image kind of coming out of her head, and then the image coming out of the crown and the head of the Ace of Swords is, excuse me, now coming forth. So it's going to take some incubation. It's going to take some nurturing and intuition and noodling over, Leo. But ultimately, you're going to come to your maybe one good idea or one big insight that's going to be coming in the coming weeks. And that's going to be very rewarding. It's going to be very fruitful for you and satisfying. So after a period of this, there is going to be the Ace of Swords. So that's very auspicious for Leos. Very auspicious. So any Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising. You might have a strong Leo node if you know your astrology. So Virgo. Virgo might be going through a tough period at first right now. Virgo has the Three of Swords, then the Page of Pentacles. So coming out of a period of something that is a loss, something that is a letting go, something that is a grieving or loss or leaving behind, Virgo, where it does kind of make you very sensitive. So you might be extremely sensitive right now. Be aware of that so you can be compassionate with yourself. Coming out of that, you're going to get your footing. I mean, literally going to get your footing with the Page of Pentacles here. And there will be growth coming out of that. There will be learning, really important learning coming out of it. And I feel like the ability to show your worth, because people are watching you, Virgo. And you may be going through a tough time in some respect, but you're going to get a very brand new perspective on something. The page is like a younger and newer energy compared to others, and is certainly creative and knows his worth and is starting to show others his worth and or her. And I feel like coming out of a difficult period, there'll be a chance for others to see your progress, and you're going to be concerned about learning new things or showing people new things about what you're up to. So it'll be coming, and that's for Virgo. So Libra, let's see what's going on for Libra. Libra may have to watch their boundaries during this period. I saw a flash of Seven of Wands for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. So what else, Libra? What else? What do you have to watch your boundaries for? Why would that come up? Okay, so Libra got the moon. Libra got the moon, but that can mean so many things, especially during a full moon. Wow, that jumped. So Libra has the full moon. Sorry about that. And that's paired with the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like, Libra may need to slow down. If you're rushing around, Libra, slow down, because this is a period of, it's an emotional period. I mean, there's different things that come up for the moon, but I feel for Libra, this could be an emotional period. But despite their sensitivities to others' emotions and their emotions, Libras tend to be dialed in. I think this is saying to me to not go overboard emotionally. Keep your eye on where you're going, what you're creating, what you're building, your work. Some routine, if you want a health routine or if you have a work routine. Routines, patterns, and keeping your focus and just slowly progressing forward will be important to Libras. Libras can be impulsive sometimes. Libras can be pulled by their emotions, even in this literal pulling, under the wave. But I think in this case, the advice is to stay focused. Knight of Pentacles moves slowly, but very intentionally. So create intention around whatever it is you're aiming for, whatever goals you have right now. That could be personal, that could be work. It doesn't really matter in what sphere. Slow and steady wins the race for Libra. And not to get pulled under by everybody else's crazy, if that's what's happening around you. So what else is going on? Libra and then Scorpio. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? Wow, interesting. Six of Wands and, oh, Six of Wands and Five of Swords. Six of Wands and Five of Swords. So, Scorpio, there's definitely going to be people watching you, and you're going to get some good feedback about some things you're up to. That could be at work, that could be from a community, friend group, family, but acclaim and being in the spotlight, being in the spotlight. The Five of Swords, it might not be without its friction. There could be friction in the group. There could be jealousy. Worry about yourself, Scorpio. Don't worry too much about what other people think or do. It's nice to get the accolades. Don't get tied too much to things. I feel do it for you is the message I'm getting, but you will be getting recognition during this period. So good for you. But I think also with the Five of Swords, there's usually a bit of agita, a bit of tension, a little barbs being thrown. It could be something in a friend group or in a business group. Somebody's being maybe obnoxious or taking something to heart, where pulling somebody down because somebody else is maybe even you, not giving you that you're just due, because there could be some jealousies or some competition in the group, which never in the Five of Swords goes anywhere too great, but then passes often, fairly quickly too. So be aware of that, but good on you, Scorpio, for whatever it is that is going well for you and that you are getting noticed for. And stand in your power, though. Don't get taken down by people that are petty, if that ends up being an issue for you in the coming few weeks. And then we have Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. And that would be the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. Woo! Sagittarius, important partnership. That could be work, family, business, but important partnership or important decision that you have to weigh up head over heart. That's a critical energy, and it's a major arcana. So there's an important juncture that has to do with a decision or a relationship for you, Sagittarius. And the Knight of Cups would say there's going to be a kind of a beautiful emotion-giving or romantic energy associated with this decision. It definitely could be a love relationship or a potential for a love relationship or the spark of something. With the Knight of Cups, you could be swept up in something for some of you, Sagittarius is out there. So I don't know why, excuse me, I don't know why I heard a warning associated with that, because this is really not a negative reading at all. But I did hear like a be careful of being swept up during this period with some kind of a new relationship coming in. I mean, that could be positive, but just don't also, just be careful being too swept up. Also, because we're in the retrograde period, Sagittarius, you might be reminiscing about a past relationship, so be careful if somebody comes back on the scene. It doesn't indicate that, but we are in a retrograde, and we know that those things can often happen. So that was Sagittarius. Okay. Capricorn. Capricorn, the world, okay. Oh, let's see. I think I'm still going. Capricorn, the wheel, pardon me, the wheel and the Eight of Wands. So this says to me that this is just a very universally guided card. The universe has your back. Capricorn, I know that's not always something you may ascribe to, but not to worry whatever's going on for you right now. There's a divine timing associated with it, probably some good luck associated with it, and actually some news and information associated with it. A lot coming in for you, Capricorn. For some of you, it could also mean some travel coming up. Be aware during the retrograde, you get all your details really good, really planned well. But it really more so for a lot of you, it has to do with fate and some karma coming up for you during this period in a good way. And you might be getting news, mail, text messages, communications, information, options coming at you during this period, Capricorn. So be aware of that, but nothing to be concerned about, because generally the wheel is good luck, spinning in your favor. If you're feeling the weight of making a certain decision with that information, I would journal and trust your guidance, because things are organizing around you for sort of cosmic reasons. It's happening because it's supposed to happen. So I would say don't fight major influences. Try to take them in, and rather than fight them, work with them. Capricorn. Aquarius. Aquarius. Queen of Swords. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. Queen of Swords, Four of Swords. So Aquarius, right now, you're coming into a period over the next 3 weeks where you're going to not take nonsense from anybody, no BS from anybody. You're seeing things for what they are. You're very clear-eyed. You're very incisive. You're being very intelligent about your actions, your choices. She's the boss. She has it pretty much together. I do also think, though, that what you're going to be deciding will be arranging your life over the next 3 weeks, or preparing to be a little more quiet than you may typically be. Aquarius, you're a little more introspective, although Aquarius certainly is pretty cerebral and introspective at times. But this Four of Swords would say that you need to really take a break. The Four of Swords wants to slow down, to stop, to reflect, to review, to recalibrate, which is all the perfect thing to do during a retrograde. So this is really perfect, because air signs are, pausing, using their intelligence, using their incisive analysis. Do it in a period where you can slow down and take it in and make these decisions mindfully. And of course, Aries, you're an air sign. Queen of Swords is an air sign, so this is very, very aligned for you. Okay? So take it in, analyze carefully, take a break if need be, to reflect. And that's Aquarius. Then we will end with Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Well, you have the Six of Cups, and this is a reflective, nostalgic period at times with the retrograde period and the full moon. So it looks like you're going to be doing some thinking, or children could be prevalent in your life, but getting back to pure joy. I think that, maybe for many of you, Pisces has been running around a lot, and this is saying, try not to be overly productive right now, Pisces. Give in to the wave, give in to the energy that says slow down, do things that are just for you, that are joyful, make you happy. If you're in a situation where you're feeling overwhelmed or burnt out in any way, this is saying get back in touch with the things about whatever this situation is that have brought you joy in the past. Plug into your joy is really what I'm getting. And that for you may be first in, again, kind of like Aquarius, this popped up again, that you may need to slow down to do that. You may need to really dial it back to recenter yourself. So that'll be really important to Pisces. And that's why I say some of you, especially this could resonate for some of you who might be coming off a period where you've been moving around a lot, getting a lot done, moving, traveling, being very, very productive. Well, this is a period to not worry about doing and producing and, hard pressing yourself as much as it is about restoring yourself. So keep that in mind, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. And yeah, so that's it for now. And I hope you guys have a great full moon and retrograde period and all that's coming. And I'll see you soon. Take care.